Good day, everybody. My name is Dana Massett with the Sun Your Soul and the Mindful Mama. Today I'm talking about working with guides. So, something interesting is okay, we have so called spirit guides. Typically, working with people, you have 1 to 3 spirit guides, but we can't scientifically prove that, of course. Also, guides are always changing. So I'm working with clients all the time, and sometimes they have this one guide that's always there. And maybe they have 2 other spirit guides that are always there that I'm just not tuning into because they do have the ability to not tune into me. So basically, be unseen. Then there's other guides that are like moving in and out constantly. Why do guides change? My belief and my truth is your guides change because you change and your needs change and your goals change. So, for example, I'm just going to pick a random card, say, um, okay, these are Doreen Virtue's Ascended Master cards. Just look at the use. They're so beat up. And the sad thing, first of all, I would never want to get rid of these. I want to like pass them on to my kids. I hope they want them. Um, she shifted and she's a big believer in Jesus Christ, as I am as well. And she was before, but she went Christian. I don't know how to say that. She transitioned into being Christian, so she doesn't believe in the former work that she did with making oracle cards and all the beautiful books she wrote. So you can't even, I don't even think you can get the new deck anymore. And when I looked on Amazon to get a used deck is like $200. So these cards are like, I am not going to borrow these out. Okay, so they're very beat up. Like, look at Jesus. It looks like someone took a bite out of him. I didn't, I swear. Okay, open your heart to love. So if Jesus comes into a session that I'm having with the clients, I know this person probably needs to be in their heart center more, be more of a humanitarian, more of service, and just the qualities of Jesus that we think of. So the qualities of Jesus is non-judgmental, open-hearted, connecting with others, um, into different social classes. So not even just staying in one social class, like just a leader. So if Jesus comes in, of course he's going to tap into my channel and he's going to channel direct messages that I give to this client. But typically the energy is the same. This person needs to be in their heart more. So I'll pick another one. Okay, so I'm not even going to say that name is so hard. Okay, Paul the Venetian. He's all about your creativity. It says artistic expression. He's about creativity. So if Paul the Venetian comes into a session with the client, most likely this person needs to really tap into their creative side. When he comes in, I'm always seeing pinks and purples, and he's usually painting. He's showing me his artwork, and he will channel me direct messages. But typically the message is about getting messy with art, like making a tie-dye shirt, awakening your inner kid. Because when we're called to be creative, it typically means we have to tap back into our inner child, and that can be quite uncomfortable for people. So I always tell them, get messy, play in the dirt, buy a canvas, buy paints, do not judge yourself. Like finger paint, get messy, get that kid laughing, get that kid excited. And really, when you awaken your inner child and you tap back into your inner child, it's healing, it's freeing. You actually change even as a person in this moment. Your adult self changes when you partner with your child self and let them play more in your life. You become a more light-hearted, free spirit, easygoing type of person. Okay, so how would you start working with guides? A lot of people say, who are my spirit guides? I want to know who my spirit guides are. Listen, it's not that important. It's not that significant. Um, they will reveal themselves to you when it's the right time. Like, let that piece go. Um, Starting to work with guides on your own, you actually have to start tapping into your imagination, and that can be quite uncomfortable as well because we associate imagination with fake, with fantasy, with our childhood. Imagination is the portal to the subconscious. It allows us to channel, it allows us to, it allows us to talk to our guides, to channel divine consciousness, to pray, and all of that. So you have to get comfortable with your imagination. When you're channeling guides and working with guides, yes, you are going to doubt yourself. You are going to say, is this my ego talking? Is this me talking? Is this really the guide communicating to me? So you're going to go through that. You're going to have to sort that out. You're going to have to allow the information to flow and become non-judgmental of it and just let it flow and have fun with it, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun to work with guides. It's supposed to give you clarity, and it's supposed to feel make you feel more connected to divine, into this magical realm that we shut down so many times and at such an early age. So my best suggestion is getting a set of oracle cards. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get this one because it's not available anymore. Okay, but okay. My suggestions for oracle cards. Go to Amazon and type in oracle cards. Kyle Gray, which his deck is upstairs, so I can't show you what it looks like. Kyle Gray has 2 amazing oracle card sets. You can use those. You can get goddess cards. You can get ancestor cards. You can get spirit animal cards. Whatever oracle card set that you're drawn to, get that and start there. Then, what I suggest, I have another Doreen Virtue set that luckily I got a while ago. This one also is hard to get. This is her goddess set. Again, I think this one is hard to get to. Mine is not beat up. It's all nice because I keep it in the box and I don't bring it on boats with me. Okay. So what I suggest you do every day to get comfortable working with guides is pick 1 card a day. You can ask a question, or you can just freely pick a card. You can literally pick the one on the top. You can fan them open and randomly pick one that you're drawn to. Okay, Artemis. That is who is working with me today. So Guardian, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Funny, because I got this a couple days ago when my dog was going through his stuff. He just had surgery. Was it Saturday? He had surgery Saturday evening. He's doing great. He had a blockage. He's doing fabulous now. He's laying right behind me. But I got this card right before I dropped him off for surgery, so it's funny that it's coming back. Okay, you get a booklet when you get oracle cards, and it tells you what this guide is about. It gives you a message, but it also tells you what this guide is about. When I first started working with Archangel Michael, he would always come in and I would feel so warm. It would feel like a brother to me. I could feel his wings behind me. And it was always this purple light with almost like a yellow outlining. Very tall energy. Now, the way that you see guides is going to be different and unique to you. So the way I see guides is going to be different than your experience. That is wonderful and that is okay. We're built differently. Pay attention when you're working with that guide that day. What do they feel like to you? Do you see colors? Do you feel a certain energy? What happens throughout the day? Does anything kind of magical happen throughout the day? When I first started working with guides, I would meditate with them. So I would sit there, I would be in meditation, I would call them forth, Archangel, please join me in this meditation, show yourself. I'm open to downloading any wisdom that you have for me, and I would sit there and journal about my experience. Then I took it a step further. I would just throughout the day tap into his energy at different times throughout the day. Even when I was driving, I would imagine that he was sitting next to me. This was me getting used to his energy and creating this connection with him. So that's what that's about. If I was going on a walk in nature, I would feel like Archangel Michael was standing right next to me and walking with me. This is getting used to each other's energy to the point that I got so good that in sessions, boom, 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 I could feel who was coming in. I was working with so many different guides. Now that I was familiar with each one, and they would walk into my session, I would know right away who was here, which would help me with my clients. What do they need? Who needs to work with them? Who do they need to work with? So, what I encourage you to do is pick a card a day, meditate for 10 minutes, journal about your experience, and then when you feel it's appropriate, like, okay, let's take it to the next level. When you're out playing with your kids, just imagine that that guide is out there with you too. What does it feel like? This is you building a connection with them. Once you get that strong connection, you can tap into their energy and ask them any question in any moment and get an answer clearly. But you have to strengthen that relationship first, and it's going to take some effort. But it's so much fun. It's so much fun picking a card a day. Ooh, I didn't even know about this guide. So you're introduced to new guides. It's fun. They each have their own personality and their own energy, but it's really about putting that effort of tuning in, and that requires opening your imagination. So when the channel comes through and the doubt starts entering in, is this even real? Is this happening? Who cares? Go with the flow. Let it go. When the doubt comes in, step aside and think, is this helping me? And if it's helping you and it's enriching your life, let it go and go with it. So allow the doubt to weaken, have fun with it, go with the flow, and just see what happens. And if you have any questions further, like, okay, I did this, it's not working, or okay, I did this, is there anything else I can do? Reach out. I'm happy to encourage you of different ways you can work with guides, but it's so enriching. It's so much fun. And for me, I feel like my clients benefit greatly through it because I get so much more information once I open this channel. Namaste.